And it looks like we're live. Hello everyone and welcome to Railroads Online again. And we're back for part 2 of building in the new splines. And hello Darlene, or Darlin. Banana, huh? And you can see here I've used the Railroad Studio, FakeNeo mode, and dropped the firewood depots, and we'll run over here, and I did the other one as well, so that because when you put them in, they put in floating, and dropped them down so that they're level. And this one's nice and level with the ground as well. Easy way to do that, so that you can get the Z height, is if you just grab another one, and drop it out here, which is on the same height as there. It'll automatically place it the correct height. Then you can use the Z height for this one and just copy it over to that one there in the editor. Okay, on to building some track. This is going to be lots of fun stuff today, and it'll be probably very frustrating because I'm going to be doing stuff with double tracks. Making some more parallel track, which starts with this stuff here. And the first thing I want to do with this is put a bit of groundwork in the middle of it. Which, is it going to let me put in my height? No, it won't. I have to go to the other end. And need to rotate it around somewhere so that it's somewhere close. Let's pull it up on top so we can get it to line up with this track. Find out what angle we were working at here. Go for 1 centimeter increments, that way we can move it around. Yeah, some things are just not easy in these new splines. We'll give that a go. If it's not right, we'll tear it out and put it in again. Don't let me place it then. There we go. you wouldn't read about it. And it won't let me place it. Shift 9. Give me a climax to jump into. Oh, we have got some floating track there. Look at that. Floating groundworks. There's only one depth for the switches. And we'll just go straight for number 3 this time. Put circle mode on. And we'll run around it this time instead of going through it. Well, circle mode off, because this is just going to have to be a guest piece, I think. And it fills up the gap, but it looks terrible. Okay, now we need to work on this end up here. And we'll need to put in a piece of track here that lines up with this. And around. that matching that? It looks like it is. Probably a little bit close. Yeah, might go a little bit further away. The problem is though, is it's going to not want to place at the same height. So let's just start from back here and we'll turn off the circle mode. And that'll give us a point that we can connect to over here. And then we'll connect on here, put circle mode on. Put it straight here beside this one. That looks a little bit better. Closer they to lining up for height wise. I'm happy with that. Delete that bit off of there. Well, let's see if we can get a parallel corner in here. And circle mode off. And this should be all curve all the way over to this point here. How did it go? It didn't. Oh, I just love these new splines. They're great if you want to build single tracks, but as soon as you try and put in a double track, things just get weird. Well, let's try it with multiple sections. And we'll rotate this curve around. I think we need to go just a little bit further to line up here with the center of this. Then back one. Let's try and put that in there like that. Let's have a look and see what we got here now. Okay, that seems to have worked. Now, what happens if we connect to the end of here then? And then connect to here. No, that still didn't work. Put in another section. Oh, hi, Jacob. Poland. I'm pretty good, mate. Early morning here in Australia, so up bright and early. And we'll align it again to somewhere line up. We'll try and find one of these that's straight. That one, I reckon. And go one back. Now, see if what we get when we link it up onto here. That does look much better now. I think I can be happy with how that looks. Let's see what we can get to go with. Can we get a link here? No. Try again. Oh, we don't want rail on it. The right one, please. That one, thank you. There's the link. spin this all the way around. So it's somewhere where we're close to where we want it, and that'll do. That piece in, link to it again. Spin it around just a little bit more. Put that piece in. Oh, we've got one too far there. Should be able to go all the way to here now, where it goes straight. I'm actually watching the pattern that's on the top of the, to see when it follows the ties. Yeah, it doesn't need to fit in and line up perfectly, as long as it's not sitting over the top of the tyres. It'll look like it matches in. Oh, no, that'll work very well. Okay, now this bit here, it's got to go, because that was only put in temporarily. We'll put the circle mode on, and we do want to put a little bit of a curve in here. Step it up so we go a bit quicker. At 120 will do. That up to there, and I should be able to just click on here with 120 and get the same thing. Let's hope. Somewhere here at the same length. And I don't think that was enough of a curve there. We're going to be coming too wide. But again. Make it smaller. We'll go with 80. Okay, now we need to put another one of them, one of these, so that we can change our lanes. Gotta bring circle mode back up to 0. We will put it on 50 centimeters. Got a 1 meter section there in the middle. And switch. Temporary piece of track. Remove the switch out the middle. And one with the turnout to the right. And temporary piece of track on there. And measure back for the length. Short temporary piece of track on there. now the actual finished one, which is this one. And that's got it worked out this way. That piece we're finished with it, and delete that piece out the middle. Now we need to use this rail here. Well, first of all, we need to know what this angle here is. One more. Okay. I wonder how I managed to get that to place at not a correct angle. Because it's not at 314 and it's not at 313. Interesting. What about this one? Okay, well there's another bug. Which means we delete that and that and that. And we try again. And we need to put a very short piece on there so that we actually have a straight angle, a straight line that we can work from. And I'm going to be on 50 centimeters for here. One meter. Well, 1 meter is 3 ties this time. And this is a known bug. Yeah, I'm having fun fiddling around with these splines. They don't always do exactly what you want them to do. And as far as I know, there's no actual bug fixing going on for the actual building stock mechanics at the moment. It's all going into getting the new rolling stock onto the new splines. And whether or not they'll get revisited and fixed is anybody's guess. So I did select it. Well, thanks for that, Jacob. Yeah, I don't mind playing a bit of Space Engineers. I've got a few thousand hours up on Space Engineers. But the videos didn't seem to do very good. Not many people seem to like to watch me play on the Space Engineers. So I've sort of stopped doing the series. I think I've gotten about 70 views on each one of the videos. And now it aligns. No, it still doesn't align. That is very weird. And this one doesn't align. What is going on? And I even started it from a short straight set on this angle. What we want. Pull out my handy calculator over here. What? 314 minus 90 is 224. Okay. Maybe I needed to go plus 90. That's not 44. Put it on 10s. 44. That should be perpendicular. There's lots of things that you used to be able to do on the old system that you can no longer do on the new. The entirety of using track pieces for things that the track pieces weren't designed for. You can't do any of that on the new splines. It's basically you use the track what it was designed for, and that's the limit of what you can do with it. I'll just run up somewhere close here. High labourer. Yeah, it does get a little bit annoying, but it is a known bug. It just hasn't been put into the known bugs list yet. And Farmer actually brought that up in the bugs channel there yesterday, that it needs to be fixed up and added so that people know that it is actually an issue. And I'm not just over here screaming about things that need to be fixed that are not getting fixed. Oh, this is a little bit too far apart, aren't they? Oh well, there's not much we can do about it. This is just where it wants to land. Remove this bit here at the middle. And now this one here just has to be guesswork because we can't measure. Gonna go with that. Let's see where we end up when we build forwards and build backwards with the... Oh, I think we're already way too far forward just looking at that. We see it seems to have grown. Ah, because I did it wrong, that's why. That was a mistake. So I need to build forward. First of all, we get the distance. And then we build back with a turnout to the left. And then we see how good our guests lined up. But not with that one. That one. Oh, it's a little bit off. But I think we might go with that. So I'll put a piece in there. Should link up without too much of a wobble in it. And measure back for a distance. Short straight on here on the end. And the finish switch back the other way. Okay, now we've got to remove all these links out of the middle because none of them are actually linked. Circle mode off so that we can link to the other sides. Oh no, I can live with that. It's slightly off. There's a slight little wobble there, but I can live with that much of a wobble. Okay, and we'll remove that bit out of there. And align this one onto here. And we should be all linked. Of course, they're going to slightly spread apart compared to where I had them here, because we're coming into this lane change. But yeah, need to have a lane change before and after this Y so that we can get over to the sawmill, because the sawmill needs to be able to supply this end of the map and that end of the map. Oh, let's put some groundworks here in the middle. Turn the circle mode off. No, we want it off. They've turned it on. And spin this around so that it's facing the right direction. I'll just watch the pattern because you can sort of see the blotchiness of the pattern as you look up the curve. The pattern moves in and out, so that's too far. Not one too far. There, looks about good. I'll get it somewhere center. Let's see where circle mode takes us. We don't want grid alignments. Wrong button. Oh, way off. So we'll just guess it in again. Somewhere close to center. I actually want to put it on the end of here. Not right at the end of these short pieces. It's these two short pieces now. We want to get rid of these. Okay, now this lane here, we'll work on it next. Because this one here has got to meet up back over somewhere near here. And we'll go for circle mode on. Ooh, that was obviously too far. As you go back, it goes the other way. Can't see where we're lining up to. Might bring that back down to 90. I'll line up to somewhere about here. Looks about good. Let's see what sort of a curve we can get in around the outside so that it sits in the right spot. And it's creeping closer and closer and closer until it nearly overlaps. So we'll go for grid 1 and we'll push it out a little bit. I'm just going to let me build out in front of myself. Somewhere about there. So it should have some, and it should slowly come together because we're wide apart here for the crossover line. And now on this position here, we need to put a switch which has to stand on that side and this off to this side. And then from here, we turn off the circle mode and we run over here and just connect this one back up again. And that should put us a interesting little bit of a curve in there that's not too tight either way. It connects us back into the line. We should be able to come from the freight depot, go through this changeover and then head into the, or if we're coming from the sawmill, we can come along this outside lane and head to the south side of the map. Okay. I'll put circle mode on for this because this should be a straight piece of track. Sharidan is often two different things. Step it up to 10s. And yeah, I definitely don't think we want to put a straight piece of track in there. It looks like it'll work. This is pretty good spacing. Alright, let's bring the center fill all the way up to where we're working at. Oh, wrong way. Oh, high boxcar. Oh. Doing fun stuff working with the new splines. And it doesn't look like this actually wants to follow anywhere even close. Where we want it to go. So it's circle mode off. And we'll just have to freehand place it, I think. There we go. The next bit. Definitely making more splines than I'd like to make. Well, we were promised a parallel track tool that you can actually put parallel tracks down in a single piece. And that would be real handy for this kind of stuff. Spin this one around a little bit further. And I think we're a couple past. Come back a bit. Well, there we go. That should have us in all the way to there. Okay, now we can go for a nice big piece of track. And we're just going to run over here and, oh no, we won't. We'll run our piece of track out because we want to be over here somewhere. And we want to be facing somewhat this direction over here towards the south of the map. So normally put the main yard over here somewhere in the middle. Ooh. I have cut it a little bit short there. Connect under here and we'll come up and we'll try and place the same piece right beside it and see what we get. No, we're coming just a little bit too close together here, I think. I'm going to have to put this one in a couple of pieces. I think it might actually be this first piece that I've put in here that's causing this. So we'll take this bit here out and we'll put it in again from up here. Because the groundworks has gotten really shallow, it actually appears to be closer together than what it really is. And because we've got no cross tracks for measuring, we just have to do guesswork. Definitely got to be there. Let's have a look now. I still think we're coming close to get too close together there. One more to there, should do it. Try that. That doesn't look too bad. Here, a little bit further. Turn the curve around a little bit further. That. And I wonder if we can get all the way to the end without it getting too close. Spin the track around. One more. Okay, how does that look down the middle here now? Oh, I think I can live with that. Alright, let's put some embankment down the middle of it. Should do it. Yep, that looks alright to me. What does everyone else think? Okay, let's build some bits off the end of here and we'll start heading towards the smelter. Rotate this so that it points somewhere over that direction. And we need to come down 1% here. Or across the other side of here so that we can see how far we can go. Where are we going to put this bridge? We've got to put a bridge here across this little ravine. 210. I could be over here actually, I think. Might come over this side. There is a spot we have to avoid. There's this little bump here. I'm going to try and avoid that one. Okay, about there it reckons. So come back over this side. Walk back up the rail. Let's see where it's gonna. So we might go for circle mode. Let's see what circle mode does. So they're going for a freehand place. There's sort of a high spot here we want to hit as well. And that might do it about there, I think. Okay, now we want to swap over to a bit of this, and we'll put it on 50 centimeters so we can put in a piece that's 5 meters long. And now we want to go for bridge, and we want the old style. I should still be building downhill 1%. And look at that, that's got us nicely over here on this other side. Get that board into there. No, I don't like that. Let's try a different length. I wish this here would stay on the one you set it on. Let's come out a little bit further. Let's see if it gives us closer to the end. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And then we want another short little piece of stone wall. 5 meters long. And then we want to go normal gravel until we get it down to, need to straighten this up now. We want straight track now. Until we get back down to the right height. And that'll be about there. And now we want to get rid of the grade so that we're level. And we're just going to put something silly here so that we can, let me place it. So we need to get our height back to the other side. Of course it won't let us get back there, will it? Oh, I know an easy way around this. We will just take a piece. We just want it to be at the height that it says here. Put back on 1. Find somewhat the angle we want to be on. We won't actually link it. Just put it out here on its own. Oh, well, don't place that. use it as a linking spot. So we'll delete that. And then we'll just link between here, and then we know we've got the right height at the other end. I want to be on that one. Circle mode off. And then link to here, and that'll also give us a transition there as well. Yeah, that looks better. And now we can start building backwards across this bridge to put the other side in. Because we do actually have to build this bridge backwards to get it the... And what are we? 104, so that means we're going to have to be on 24, I think. If my crazy head maths works. And that sounds about right. Put that little short bit in there and straight mode on. No, this is going to be hard to build. This is going to be very hard to build to get this here to sit at the same height as that. I'm going to have to do crazy things. Like that. Build a piece. And then have this one sort of half up on it. No, it won't let me. Oh, well, that's not going to work. Because I need to transfer the height of this piece here over to, and if we try and put an actual piece in there that's like that, it's going to sit low, see? Let's try and transfer it over with this stuff then. So I'll put a piece of that in, and it's got to be going up 1%. I'll try and put another piece in here beside it. So yeah, it's not going to give us the height because it just won't build unless it's on that exact same spot. I hate silly things like this. Okay, let's build across to here. Just out from that, get rid of the incline so we've got a level. Turn that off. Remember that that's on 24. And we'll build a short little S in here. Just temporary. Gives us the width we need. Put a short piece in here, circle mode on. Then I can delete this bit here back out of the middle. Now I should be able to build back straight with this piece here, and it'll give us the right spacing. And come up to this point here. Delete that bit of track out. Now we should be able to put this piece here in here with a 1% up, and it should line up. Should. Oh, and I see why it's not. If I go higher, there we go. Because it's putting the transition on the piece I'm holding now instead of being at. Okay, I see what we've done wrong. So we'll put just a piece on here to mark it. And put it level. So we need to keep this position here. Then we'll take this bit here out. And we'll actually connect on from this one instead, which is at the right height. And put it somewhere here, but lift it up. Put it in place. And now when we put this piece here in, it shouldn't be a transition, it should be all flat. There we go, that fixed it. There we go, that fits in better. A little bit long, but oh well. And we can delete this little bit here off the top. And can we get the groundworks to sit in here properly? Do I have to build backwards with it as well? I think I've got to go build backwards with it. So spin that around at 24. And that's got to be level, pretty much level. Oh, I see what's going wrong. I've got to spin this back round to the 204. Not radius. Spin that back round to 204. And I've gotten stuck. Shift 9. Give me a climax. No, you can't re-rail it. Delete it. I actually need to put a piece in here first that is level. So that this piece here, and that didn't work because we weren't level. Try again. 0 incline. And now when we put the incline on this bit, it'll get the bend in the middle of it. And it does. Ah, the finicky, weird little things you've got to do with these new splines to get them to go where you want them to go. And give me another climax. Deleted my piece of track. Didn't want to do that. Circle mode off. Link up here to the other end again. Show me the link. Okay, I'm going to have to do the same thing again. So what we'll do is we'll go down to here. We'll work out where this piece here sits. I'll try and get an alignment on it. Right, close enough for me. And line it up where we want it to the about there, equal with the end. We're on the wrong increments, need to be on ones. So that gives us a distance and a position where we need to aim for. Well, don't let me put it in. Again. Now we'll freehand this bit here in. So no, it was a circle mode, wasn't it? It's also going to go down one. We need to get these rails to line up with each other. Somewhere about there. That's a little bit too far. Sort of put it there like that. And delete this piece. Put it in again at the right height. Turn circle mode off. Oh, you all over the place. Okay, put circle mode back on again, obviously. Put it on 10s, get there in a hurry. Okay, why is things not working here? Wish the keyboard moved and I was using the wrong button. That'll do it. And now we need to go back for ones. So we're going to line up here on the end, and that's definitely not going to line up right, is it? Let's push it out just a little bit further until it touches like that. And I'm actually lining up on the edge pieces so that the edges are overlapped. And there we go. And now the last piece should be put the bridge in backwards, which should put the walkway on the left-hand side. And we want to be on the old bridge. However, because this is dumb, guaranteed I get weird things happening with getting that around. Get up to there, and now we get a link. And yes, let's put the gap on the platform at this end now instead of the other end. Yes, I wish they'd fix this so that it always goes to the end. Well, that looks all right. Maybe got a little bit too far away down here. We're getting a little bit deep with the groundworks. Probably could have come out to about here before we actually started the bridge. Because yeah, this one is the first pylon. It should have been a pylon. Oh, not to worry. We've gotten a little bit further down the line. And now we'll work with the inside lane and continue on from here. Somewhere facing that direction, circle mode on 10s. I'm going to aim somewhere over here. Okay, I've got to say we must be going up in the air because this here should be all pretty level in here on the... I reckon it's a 70. just to be different, we're going to put this one corner in at 69. And the outside lane, can I have a link? No, but I can get stuck. Diff 9, give me a climax. This time we won't delete any bits of track. We'll face the other way. And we're going to have to go slightly wider. Put the fill in around this curve. No, that's no good. That didn't go in the center. Let's freehand it. Circle mode off. That one, I reckon. And put it in now, we'll have a look. I see, yeah, it hasn't buried any of the ends of the tyres now. Right, down here onto the next bit. And the curve needs to open out a lot now. I should be able to come nearly all the way down here to the end. That'll do just nicely. And the outer lane just a little bit wider. Freehand mode this in. Need to be back on ones. Not too far. One. I got just a little bit too close together there, I think. Yes, building parallel tracks in this new splines is nowhere near as easy as what it was in the old splines, I must say. The old splines, you just had to build one track along, and then for the second track, you just space it off with cross tracks and connect to the links. And it made it very simple to put in the second lane. We're nearly at the point here where we need to start going with the circle mode on. Yes, about here it starts to drop off. So the grade actually starts to change about here, not right at the mouth. We only want to build to about here. Center fill in. Circle mode off. Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I've been doing to get the parallel tracks to sit parallel. You put one side in with the circle mode on, and you put the second side in freehand. But nearly every curve I've had to do it that way. Okay, now we also need to continue on building with this lane. And well, now we're going to be going for a lot of freehand stuff. First of all, we need to put in a transition here. Can we get to our 2.5? We can, and it all fits nicely under the deck. How far over can we go? So we've got to leave room for the second lane. I will go with that one. And so we can get the second lane to follow a similar path. And that's our transition pieces, and we shouldn't be too close to the edge there. And will the embankment follow the same route? We just tell it to put it in the middle. Looks like it will. Or maybe it won't. I think it's actually doing... I might have to put it in just a little bit short because it's getting a little bit too deep before we get to the end. Might have to put it in back to about here. And then we need to change the angle of it slightly so it follows the contour better. There we go. So that hasn't worked here. Started burying ties. Hello, Pterosaur. That's got a bit of follow of that. And we didn't sink any of the tyres in the middle. Good. Now this will be the fun bit. Can I get this to go round this curve? Back that way. We won't circle mode on for the first line. Ooh. We may need to come further forward. Definitely need to come up 2.5%. Or have I tried to dip too soon? I think I've tried to dip too soon. That's what's gone on here. I might do something I don't normally do, and I'll put a little shelf in here. Because yeah, we've got to get to there to be able to get over that point. I think we get a little bit close together there. Hello, your toaster. And I don't know about whether I'm the best in the whole of the community. There are quite a few good track layers in the community. If you've watched my last 2 videos, you'll see how much fun I've been having trying to make parallel tracks in the new splines. Yeah, not as fun as what you'd want it to be. They are quite a bit of a headache. Okay, now can we get round this edge? Circle mode on. Yes, now we get around there. There's a problem. We have lost our grade. So we need to come to this point here with that. Now back to our 2.5% grade, so we're actually going down the hill. Oh, see you later. Yeah, it probably is late over there because I got the stream started a little bit later than I wanted to today. I wanted to start about 5 a.m. my time, but there was just too much activity in the house at that time. And things didn't quieten down here until about 8:30ish. And well, that's not going to work. Got to go for some of this deep stuff. Alright, gonna have to go freehand mode. And that's crazy that it wants to let me link it. It'd be real handy too as well if you could use why have we gone up a percent? Up a percent. If you could use the third person view so you get a higher look at the track to know how far apart you're putting your rails. So yeah, we do get quite close together here at this point. Should be close enough that we cause a clash. And now we're a little bit too far apart down here. So let's put this bit here in again. Deepest groundworks. Right about there. That looks a bit better. That needed a little bit more of a turn on it by the looks of it. Give that a try. Fit in there a little bit better. Ah, fun. Okay. Deepest groundwork, straight mode on. And we need to be going down 2.5. Ah, mouse wandering off on its own. Freehand mode it. I'm facing the same direction. And yeah, see, that's what I find happens a lot when you try and do that. See, now we've got a little bit of a wobble there in that bit of track. Freehand mode's not going to, well, circle mode's not going to put that bit in too bad, I don't think. So we'll go with that. Up to 100 because we've got to start going the other direction now. So we're going down 2.5. Yeah, 30's too much. Put it back on 10s. Oh. Back on 1s. That's about as far as we can go there, I think. Back on 10s. Straighten the track out a bit. Where are we going to end up over here? So we want to go quite a bit straighter. Try and work out where our line's going to go here. Might be able to get this fit in freehand along here. Oh, about here, I think. Whoa. Why? Let's have a look from up here. That does not too bad. But I think I have gotten too far over here to the left. I'm not going to make it around this curve. What sort of weirdnesses are going to cause me to get around here now? Yeah, see that curve there is way too tight. That's no good. So, gotta go back a bit. Yeah, I'm on my way down to the smelter. I normally put a mainline double track between the smelter and the ironworks. So yeah, I'm working on the main line. I need to stop a little bit shorter. Try that piece in there. Put his buddy beside him. Now we'll have a go at this curve around to here. Oh, going into the wall there. Is that curve too tight? I don't really think it is. Should be alright. Yeah, it's pretty much the same route that I have on the old splines as well. It is kind of the logical way down there. You can go along the other side over there, but then you need some kind of a bridge or some way to get down from about this height here is where you're at, and you need some way to get down to this height that's over here without getting too steep. Get rid of that. Because yeah, this here doesn't equate to over the other side there too well on the height. And if you put like a Georgetown type loop deal in this little spot here in the middle, you can get down to the height you need to be for over here, not too bad. But as you can see, all of this here along here is all reasonably level, and you can put track across here pretty good. And well, it also works pretty well to run across, put a bridge across this gap here, because this platform over this side here, there's a little plateau up here. This plateau here, this one works pretty well as too. And well, something I'd probably like to do on a moved industry map is, because the log camp is in such a weird position, I'd probably like to move, say, the refinery up to where the log camp currently is, and say move the log camp over to this position here, or we'll run across the other side of it. There's another nice plateau up over this side that would work well for the log camp. And yes, you put the log camp right here, so that you actually have a fair bit of distance that you need to actually transport the logs. This is a nice spot here, flat spot for the... There's also another big flat spot here where you could put an industry. And well, actually, log camp here would probably look nice above the waterfall. And then, yeah, move the... Oh, no, you wouldn't move the refinery. Actually, I think I'd move the ironworks. Move the ironworks to where the log camp currently is, and then move the log camp to this position, and that would make the map a lot more interesting. And then everything else can stay exactly where it's at. And it'll give you basically more distance that you've got to travel with the different cars, especially box cars. It'll give you a lot more distance that you actually have to travel with the box cars, because you've got to basically take them around that mountain. Maybe a map to build in the future. Do a future series on it. Oh, I need a little bit of the liquid stuff. Throat's getting a little dry. Alright, let's try another piece of track on the end of here and see where we go. Well, it wouldn't actually reduce, if you put the log camp over the other side of that waterfall, it wouldn't reduce the distance per cordwood all that much. It'd reduce, and it wouldn't even reduce the grade that you'd need to run down, because it'd still be at 2.5% at least to get from the top of the waterfall down to the smelter. And I think the distance difference would be about 500 or so meters. So it wouldn't really affect your cordwood that much at all. Okay, well, 30 is definitely too tight. That's okay. 50 looks like it's spot on. And we want to aim for that point there, so we'll bring it all the way back to here. We might actually go one notch bigger, so put that on ones. Just until that line's out of there. We'll go 70, that looks nice. This is the curve that usually goes in way too tight. And on my first map, this was the curve where I always used to have my derails. Trying to get around this little point here on the end. I want to make that 8 more for the outside lane. What's our angle we need to get out to here to miss it? 83. And the outside lane. We're still touching the ground. Yeah, that's about as far as I want to make the. We're going with the. And now we switch over to stone wall. I'm a little bit tighter here. And pretty much want to aim at that over there. Well, now it becomes nice and easy to get everything to line up. Because you can just line up the edges of the distances in the right spot, please. Right there, just like that. Well, of course, the outside lane is going to be slightly lower than the inside lane at the moment because we've done more left-hand turns than we have done right-hand turns. Well, I'm actually going to build in all of this all the way down now with stone wall, and I will come back to remove the bits that I don't, so it'll be a segmented stone wall all the way down, because that just makes life easier. And we need to come across so that we just clear this edge here, and we need to stop it from there, and the next piece in goes to actually we'll go all the way. Don't get too close to the edge. And that, oh, where'd that take off to? And I've fallen off the side of the hill. Climb back up. I go to there. We actually need to put the curve in to go the other way now, because we need to get back over to this one here. Which is about there. And well, this piece here, when I come back, I'll replace that section there with a bridge. And now we want to spin back the other way. Actually, we do want to put in a short little straight here. This will be a rather sharp change of direction. And spin it back back in the other way. Ooh. Oh, everywhere else but where I want to put it. Point there. Okay, now we're aiming for this spot here. Something's gone wrong here. Oh no, that's about where we go. Maybe I'm aiming for the wrong spot. I should be aiming for this spot here. That's where I've gone wrong. Yeah, it is. It's this one here we've got to aim for. It should be about there. And now we can come around this curve a little bit tighter. We need to swing it back the other way a little bit. I think we will actually come a little bit further over here into this curve. Or we'll change radius, but just a little bit. Oh, fly away. Hopefully we can still get back over to that other side properly. Okay, now we come over to this one here. Want to come back to about here. Short piece. Right. Oh, well, that didn't go in straight. Anyway, your link. Obviously, let's take this last bit out here. It needs to be longer. Up to about here. Get away with a straight here? Yes, we can. How long is it? About a car's length. Okay. And this has to be a very tight curve back around this way. Which I'm obviously gone too far for this little bit of a straight here. Ah, that's no good. That's why that did what it did. Okay, so I need to change settings back again to 0. And make this bit shorter. And now 30. And we should follow the curve around a bit better. That's better. This needs to go all the way around to point somewhere over this direction. there. To get tight enough to make it around this end here. There. Now I can start straightening out a bit. Looks like we actually need to put a short straight in here. We're going to have a major change of direction. I made that longer, that's straight. A little bit here. Can't come in too tight. At that point. And now we can go tighter. Fun building on cliff faces. Open this curve out here a little bit, otherwise we won't have enough room to turn around. This bit's got to go in straight because we're about to go into a tight curve the other direction. Will we fit the curve in the gap? Show me the build position. I know it won't place, but anyway. There it is. Will it place? So we can have a look at it. Won't place, it's too deep. So we're going to have to come through to about there, and that let us put it in. I can barely get back up there that direction. We have to come round over here. Actually, I'm not happy with that. So delete that. Link it up again. I reckon we can get further closer to the edge. Link it up to there. We can get further out. 50's too big. We can go say 40 to here. Be a link. Now we go to 30. That's a better fit. How far are we? We've got to go from the bottom so we can see where the rocks can sit and stand out, and we want it to go to about there. At this bit we've just got no choice but to put in with bridge. Oh. almost fell off. And I always like the steel bridge for this one. I don't know why that is. I just do. So I'll put the steel bridge on this one. And I think we can actually get that a bit wider than 30. Let's put it on ones and see how far out we can get it. It's too far. Show us further around the curve. I think at a 34. Put in a bridge there. What's this shit? That needs to be fixed. So annoying. And well, 34 meters for that corner is actually bigger than what it was in the old splines on the outside lane, because it went in as, I think it was 59 meters. And well, that's actually 68 meters that's gone in on here. Because yeah, the old splines are double the new splines. Let's work out where we need to go to over here on the next outcrop. And about there will do just nicely, I think. And did it hide that silly bit of bridge? No, it didn't. Oh well, we're just going to have to live with it. And this needs to be a short straight here, because we've got a tight change of direction. Let me get a link. Can I get a link? There's the link. We want to aim at this outcrop here. I think I actually went too far with that last piece. Oh no, we get a short straight in there. Short little straight piece in there like that. Now zoom back the other way. And no, can't fit it. So that bit's got to go. That bit's got to go. Let me delete it, please. Can I delete it? No, I can walk through it. Back to here and try again. So where were we? Which outcrop were we at? Looking at it was this one. 70 gets us past it, so we'll put back to there and then put our straight in. There. Link, link, link. Now we should make it around this edge. Easily. And a little bit wider. I'm going to go to about there. And now we can come back straightish again. I have a link. There we go. And now we need to aim for this outcrop. Go about there. A short straight. And well, it's always a good idea to put a short straight piece in between any changes of direction. And now this will be a very tight curve to get around this outcropping. Which we're only going to put into about here. Too far out, so we need to come back some. Let me delete it. There we go. Try again. Go from there. No, I don't think we went far enough. Try that. There. And now we'll put it straight in. And it there. And now we'll go for the tight curve back the other way. Hopefully we don't end up too far out. That's better. Put it to about here, which gives us a break, and well then this piece here in the middle then will actually be a bridge, which will go to there. Run around all over the place. Let's see if I can actually land on the track this time. Now, in the middle of the bridge will be a little short straight. Show us a link, or I gotta run around and hop back on top again. And then we've got to curve back the other way. And we have to aim for this spot over here. Oop, too far. So we need to go back to increments of 1. There will do nicely. And now this piece has to be a straight because we're about to change another tight curve again the other way. Put that on 10s. Well, that didn't work. Right, that one's got to go, that one's got to go. Well, that's not really a horseshoe. That's up coming across and crossing the gorge, and yeah, there's plenty of room there to put a second track on the inside. I've posted my map from the old splines many times to show that I've got a double line down here in the normal splines. Back on ones. We went 34 last time, so we'll try. I might put it to there. Just want to change from being a bridge there to being rock again. We need to go to the right just a little bit further. 50, so there's a little bit of a transition. And this bit needs to be straight. Do we get around it now? And I don't think we are. No, still not good enough. Oh, super fly mode. And we tried hate that. Really goes the wrong way, those increments. We tried 36 last time, we'll try 37 this time. Do we clear it now? Yes, just. We're going to make that straight just a little bit longer. Let's go about here. And that could have been straight, could have been even just a little bit longer. Oh, it's actually worse. Okay, fine. We'll leave that bit there so we've got a measuring stick. And repeat what we just did another time. This time we'll come longer to there. And then we'll delete this piece. And put the super tight curve on here. Hopefully that's better. It runs along and points through. Out there. Okay. And we need a little short straight here. And now we need to curve back the other way. Just we've got to get past this little outcropping. And about there. And another short little straight. The other way. About there. And we've got to be getting pretty close here to being at the right level. So we'll just keep building it down until we nearly hit the ground, and we might have a piece that we can take out later. And a short straight. And the big curve at the end, and there we go. We hit the bottom real easily at 2.5 before even the smelter. So how tight does that need to be to get around here? Let's lift it up just so we can see what size curve we can fit in here. We can get to 60. Can we get out that far? No, that's too far. Back onto ones. Pull it in tighter. So we'll go with 63 for that curve at the bottom. Oh. Be on 2.5. Let's just start the curve off, and now we'll do some measuring forward and backwards here so we can get a right height. So I'll just put this at level so we know that this corner is going to end at all the way over here. Oh, okay, well now it doesn't fit. That would ruin your picnic, wouldn't it? 64, we're on one, we'll make it. Oh, we'll just make it 60. And the start of this curve needed to be at 2.5 down. And the rest of this curve we wanted level. Just to get a marking of where it should go. Okay, now we're going to run over to here and put in some stuff to line these up. Not that stuff. We need the real stuff. The new stuff. And these should be perfectly aligned now because I have fixed the alignment of the industries on this map. But we also need to build with circle mode off. So we place a straight line. Now this piece is only for height measurement, so we're pulling it over here for. And turn the circle mode off and just chuck down the piece. It's not going to let me put it over here. That'll be right. Got a little bit greedy with the curve. So we'll just do this. I want to link it, but we want to get it aligned so that that is that same angle. So it's going to be pretty close. And basically we're only putting it here to get a height. Oh, did I lean? I did. Right, then we'll delete that piece out of there. And we'll come back and we'll put it back in again now. And this will put our transition from the 2.5 down to our level height here at the smelter in. So now we get a link there. And there we go. Now we've got a transition piece. And we can delete that bit out of the middle there now. We don't need it. Oh, pardon me. Oh, that was an interesting one. I fell clean through it and then managed to keep on going. Now we need to run all the way back up to the top. And continue building our second lane all the way down here. And we want to put circle mode on. And this is as simple as we need to be on 2.5 down. And this works out as simple as keeping the edges of the stone wall lined up with each other. And you want to try and get them all so that the pieces join up to the next piece. And this was the joint. So we'll put the joint in there. Oh, give me the link, please. Link. There we go. Okay, now we've got to search along until we find the next linked piece. Should be about here somewhere. Should be anyway. There it is. Look at that. On one so I can get this lined up right. That's around 66. And line it up to the joint, which is there. Next link. somewhere up around here. Looks like it could be it right there. The ones. And it should be a little short straight here. Well, it's actually not quite a short straight. I want to keep lined up, so we will move it in just slightly. That's close enough for me. Line it up to there. And then around this curve, and it looks like it builds to here. On the ones. That 35 is too far away. 34 is too far the other way, so we'll let them spread apart a little bit instead of coming together. And did I put a little short straight here? No, I didn't. Where is the next joint? Could be somewhere up here. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I'm standing on it. Match that joint up. And on to the next one. Oh, it looks like we have a short straight here. Where is the end of the short straight? Okay, call me blind, I'm not seeing it. Something obviously went wrong with this previous part. It did. Try it again then. Because we have spread apart there. And we have missed this joint. No, we didn't. Give me a climax. Now getting back up here is going to be fun. Okay, this time don't fall through, please. Okay, I see what's going on. So the bit can go as well. Something wrong with this curve here. Need to be on ones. Bring it in closer. I'm gonna have to put an extra joint in here to get it to come over to where I want it to. Now open out with this curve. And it only follows it to about there. Which isn't good because needs to be a single span across here because these are bridges. Should be a joint here somewhere. Where is the joint? Right there. Odd place for the joint to be. But that's where it's at. Right in the middle of a tie. Together a little bit better. There has to be another joint along here somewhere as well. Alright, it should be about here. That's what I'm seeing, the curves start to change. Oh, I'm going to put it in there. Be like that. Oh, don't like that. Take that bit out, try it again. Oh. Move it over a bit closer. Oh, that's why it didn't fit, because I'm already at the max. there then. And all the way back the other way, can I get it to fit in? Reasonably well. Where does one more go? Too far. We really need these to line up with each other here. So I want to remove them and put bridges in their place. And I'm very sure I did put a short straight in here, but I'm not seeing the link. There it is. They're getting a bit close together there. Or not. So there's got to be a joint here somewhere. Ah, climaxes are only used for getting out of track. That's all they're good for in the beta. Lucky we can spawn them on mass. Otherwise we do a lot of time stuck in the groundworks. Just curious, what happens if I turn off circle mode here? I get it to push that line into the... Not too far. No, catch a pterosaur. I'm going to keep building for a little bit here. I want to try and at least get the smelter in today. The double line down there and the smelter in. Which as far as I'm concerned, this is the most difficult line that you have to put in, is this one to the smelter. It's not the most difficult spot to build on the map. That would be doing the shortcut to from the sawmill to the iron mine, or going straight from the coal mine straight over the saddle down to the oil works, ironworks. Those two would be the hardest two routes to put in the map. Oh, I actually jumped out of the groundworks when I got stuck. That's a first. I'm actually just eyeing this in with the freehand mode now. It seems to be not wanting to match up where I've put things. And well, I don't need to actually take sections out here for bridges, so it won't be too much of an issue if the joints are not all in the same spot and you get odd length bridges all over the place, which actually looks really terrible. So let's go back to circle mode and see how we go now with lining up, now that I've got it pretty much back to where it should be. I'm still going under the... So I want to follow my curves right. Oh, that's the second time I've been able to jump back out again. Tens need to be on ones. Okay, we're getting to the point where we need to have them matching back together again here on joints. Well, that's a joint there. Otherwise, this bridge is not going to go in right here at the end. That doesn't work. To the middle of there. This last one's going to go in one notch tighter. Otherwise, yeah, so we're not going to get that curve to go round. Again. Circle mode off. Doesn't want to let me have it. This is an important joint, so let's get this one in right. So we'll align it to the end of here so that it actually lines up. I reckon it's that one. And I got the fun task of trying to get the edges to line up here. If I hold my mouth just right, I'll get it. It's a little bit of a discrepancy there on the curve, but that should work. And look at this. Here's another bug is this bridge has placed in straight segments all the way along, and the actual bridge itself has not curved. The decking rail on top is curved, but the actual steel bridge is straight beam between every joint. Across the other side of this bridge. And again, we'll have to do the same thing again. Just to spin this around. And it's just not going to let me build it, huh? It said no. Circle mode on then. 30. Well, it's tighter than 30. And look at that, it fits in at 31. So even the inside lane's better than the outside lane. Can I have it? Let me put it in. It did. How does it look around the rest of the bridge? Actually, we need to put it in at 30, I think. Because they shouldn't be touching the boards. Let's try again. Steel bridge. And at 30, which is as tight as it lets you place it. And so that's going too far away. I'm like, that's a massive jump that you can't get in the middle. That's at least a meter. Better increments is what we need. Where's my 30.5 meter? Because then it'd fit. Alright, circle mode off because that's the only option we're left. And it just won't let me put it in there. Turn circle mode off won't let you place it. Everywhere else but where you want it. I will never get back up there again. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I'm telling you, this is annoying. Annoying like you would not believe. Can't put it in with circle mode on. Can't put it in with circle mode off. The circle mode doesn't have enough increments. Like there's the right position. It's too far away. And that gap grows all the way around. And this is why parallel tracks half, because you need actually a half-meter increment to be able to get the tracks to fit together if you use circle mode for parallel track. Wonder what would happen if I use some of this. Put a piece there like that. And let's see if it will let me actually place it down if I've got some old groundworks in the way. Which of course that doesn't help anyone that's building in the future. But when the actual old splines have been removed from the game. Does that help with the placement of freehand mode? No, it does not. Okay, what about if I put some more in? Spilling the whole basin here. Alright. Now, let's see if it'll let me place it in. Oh, it's looking promising to about that point. And then it just says, no, I just won't go any further. Which is silly because it'll let me put in like, and like that's not a, corner that would work. Fly down all the way. Make sure we've got the right alignment here first. And we won't use that. We'll use this so we can actually see it. And the alignment for this curve should be for this joint. That should be it. 154. And give it one more go. And it gets to there. Well, let me go further. Come on, let me put it over here. I need to put it right there. What happens if I do this? Probably too high. So let's delete that out from under there. And we'll get a better height for this. Delete that bit of track. Let's see if we can force it to connect to just a dud bit of track over here. So it wants to place up too high because of the groundworks. Let's put that in a bit lower then. And try again. Bit taller. Get it somewhere near where we want it to be. Oh, that's pretty close. Okay. Let's delete that bit and that bit. Let's see if we can get it in there. Oh yeah, that's going to work. Let's put a short piece of that in. Okay, let's see if we can connect piece to piece with this bridge to get it to go in here. Connect it to there. Oh, and I've done dumb. Let's try again. I've got the incline going the wrong way. We need to be going down 2.5, not up 2.5. It's very important that your joints actually have the right grade in them now. Yeah, so it probably would be, James. If you considered what the real bridge sections were, they would have been straight trusses in between the joints, in between the pylons. Now, can I get a link over to here? Show me the link. So I can't even get a link on that. Ah, I win. Thank you. Move all this out in the middle here. That was more difficult than it needed to be. Dr. Bob, you could if we had better increments, because we're only limited to 1 meter increments for our radius. That limits whether or not the whole place. And well, that didn't actually work, because look at what that's done. That has not put in the curve in the correct position. It may have got it to link, but it did not keep it following the curve. Ah. And this is how far it misses by when you actually get it over here. It lets me pull it around the curve again, which it's off by a good meter or so. Or half meter. If I go the next one smaller, it's there, and there the other way. And I need to be basically halfway in the middle to get that curve to match around the curve. And if I turn off circle mode and link, we get that silly stuff happening where it does not make a smooth curve for the whole curve. It actually sucks the curve in. And that's no good. Give me some old climb up. Well, this one's a head scratcher. I wonder what would happen if I put it halfway around to here. I guess it's built the legs funny now. Let's put some easy climb up this side as well. Let's go not quite so far. There. No, let's still put the legs out that extra distance where we don't want it. Well, let's try only a half curve and connect onto there now. And so that still sucked it in for too far. Even when I got halfway around the curve. Okay, we'll try going a little bit further. Delete that. So put the circle mode on. Till I start to get just a little bit too close. About there. Let's try that. And now we'll try the link. And I actually think that's a little bit too low. Let's delete that. Wonder what happens then if I try and put it in from here at 30. Whether or not we'll put it in the right position for me. Yeah, circle mode on. The hell have you linked to? You've done that. Pull it back to 30. Oh, see, that looks a little bit better. Okay, we might go with that. Half the bridge at 31 and the other half of the bridge at 30. Now, what did it do with the legs? Everywhere where we don't want them. I think it'd do similar things with different bridge type. And I can't really take this bridge out of here now because it's been put in with circle mode. If I take them out, it more than likely won't put them back in the right position for me. Just hang on a sec. I have to disappear for a second. I will be right back. Ah, little puppy doggy being a pain. This extra length, well, it's actually got it here on the outside one as well. It goes to here. You can see it there. Oh, we're just going to have to live with it, with what it's given us. And hopefully that's something that gets fixed at a later date. Well, you can see there, see, with overlapped. And that's too close. Well, let's take them out, put them in again as 2, and won't come quite as far this time. We'll put the first section in shorter. See if we can fudge it halfway around. So I'll put the first section in here at about that. And then connect, link. And then the second section will come 31. And that's moved it over too far. So we'll put in only a very short section here with the first one. And now go tighter. How far off does that put us? That looks actually a lot better. Yes, that's quite a bit better. And what's that done with the legs? Oh, nice. That's actually got them to line up not too bad. Because I do want to get a track through here. Ideally, I wanted the track through here, but yeah, can't actually run through them anymore. Well, you probably can because the locomotives will more than likely ignore it. So now let's have a look and see where, not that one, we want new spline stuff. Yeah, a little bit too far away, but that's better than being too close. Open this curve out just a little bit then. Try and get them to join up again about there. Okay, there's a joint here. No, there's not. Here's the joint. Get the line up again there. And there should be another joint just here where the end of the little short straight is at the change of the direction. And let's come back to here and we'll go for some freehand mode and see what happens. Still only at 2.5 down, and it will be slightly high on the inside for this section until we get across to... Oh, I need another climax. Oh, that one's gone. Give me another one. That one's gone. Another one. Wow, where did that one disappear to? One out here. Ah, we got in this one. I wonder where that last one went. It was... Ah. Alright, got to put it on locomotives. There we go. Now, one flung this direction. Where did it go to? Down here in the hollow. Hi, Millsy. Okay, down here a bit further. Let's get an alignment. Of this piece here. Oh, and I fell off again. Now, somewhere along here is a joint, and I need to use it. Because this here's got to be replaced with a bridge, this little section here. And I'm not seeing it, but it's got to be here. Ah, it's right there. So it's this piece here I put in too long. So can't be right. There's got to be another one up here further. There's a joint there. That's definitely a joint there. So you need to match up these joints so that when I take the sections out and put the wood bridge in the middle, it'll actually look right. I've got to be blind. You can tell it in both the edge and the actual rail itself where the joint is. And there's a joint right there. So we'll line up to this joint. So difficult building on the side of a cliff. Line up to that joint. Now down here further, there should be another one. So there's no way I'd start a bridge from there. It's got to start from about here. So there should be another joint along here. And I'm not seeing it. It's going to be like right here. It is. There it is, right there. I'm not blind. It's pretty good alignment. Okay, and down here to the next joint, which will be here. And get an alignment from this joint. So hard to get the pieces to go where you want them to on the side of a cliff. Seems to be following reasonably well together there. And go for the next joint now, which should be about here. I see the change in direction. Get an alignment from it. This one should be a short straight. Maybe not. I think this is a smooth curve over to about here. There we go. There it is. This probably would have been easier for me to build the 2 lanes down. A segment on, oh pardon me, a segment on each side at a time. But then it may not have been easier either. Line up. I want to move the mouse ever so gently, and when you're looking straight down at the ground, the mouse moves so fast. That'll do. Give me another link. And here's the next joint. Should be the same alignment because this should be a straight. And then this is a big long curve, I think. Probably shouldn't be. It probably should have been a bridge earlier on. But that's definitely a joint right there. Let's see what happens when we align it, whether or not it pushes it around the outside. That'll tell us whether or not there was an extra piece there. And I've missed a joint. Line up. Oh, such jerky mouse movements. No, there must have been another piece here. As you can see, it's coming closer. There's got to have been another short piece there. Got to find the joint. We'd expect it to be about here. We usually get an odd tie spacing as well. It's really short, isn't it? 2 really short ties in a row. Well, it's definitely the first one I see, and then there's a little short straight here in the middle. Ah, there's one way to see. Do this. Ah, see, now I said there was one in the middle, didn't I? Wow. Now that's a really sunk down. Oh, I'm going to have to go again for a second. Oh, back again. Seen someone moving around out in the house and I didn't think anyone was here. And one of the lads is home. Hello, Jonathan. And I'm stuck in groundwork, and I'm deep stuck. That worked. Let's have a bit of easy up off the side of there. So I can get back up on top again. And let's build around to the next piece here. And get an alignment under this bit. Isn't it strange that it'll let us link backwards like this? And it builds the weirdest track when you do it. And we want to make these two connect to there. And I need to fix this dev run speed. It gets tiring after a while trying to... Basically you're on off on the bloody speed instead of being able to hold a constant speed. And we need to come over here and link that to... Line that up there. And now this is a little short straight here. Now why is it doing that? Does not want to let me place a short straight. Now it will. Okay. We'll try backing up here and see what it lets us place. Just will not let us place here. So what's under here that's stopping us? It says that way or that way and not in the middle. What is going on? Select our piece again. Link on. Fine. Be like that, and we will just do this because we know it's a straight. Wants to argue with us. It really doesn't want to let me put this piece right here. That was very, very weird. Circle mode off again. And there should be a joint here somewhere. I'm sure I've seen it. Because we're definitely on a straight. Here it is. Need to align to this joint. This should be a straight down to about here somewhere. There's the joint. We'll check the alignment first, and it should be aligned because it's a straight. And now we have a big curve here to go around to this point. No, it wasn't too tall because it let me put it in there, but I had to put it in with circle mode on. We'll just have to notch that one up to strains and anomalies in new splines. Align to that one. Straight under the edge. And I must have missed a joint there, because that has not placed properly. So we'll go halfway, about halfway round. Because I don't actually think there is a joint. I think that's a big long corner, and it's another one of these issues where it just won't go round long corners and follow neatly. So we'll take it out and we'll go halfway around. That's got a better follow. Now we'll come down here to this joint and follow this joint. Pretty sure this song smells like Kenosha. It seems to be playing a lot today. And if we put circle mode on, this should be a straight bit of track here until the next joint. And that'll tell us where the joint is. And look at that, it's right there. And circle mode off again. And here's the next joint. Fell in, managed to jump out. Turn around the other way to here. Getting harder and harder to line it up because it's actually lower on the inside. Be like that. It doesn't want to place him neatly. Oh, I see why it's doing it, because there is a short straight here. We missed a straight. That wasn't letting us place the next curve in or having it line up. Now the next curve should line up properly, which is to here. That looks better. This should be the same because it's straight. And this will be the last piece. I know this was only a short little piece here. Is that the joint there? No. There it is. Because the rest of it is transition from the level at the... Okay, why is that doing that? Here's another one. Here doing it again. Just will not let me put it in that one little spot. It is so weird. Okay, where is the joint? There it is. There. Make sure we get these in the same spot. Just like that. And there we go, there's the last one. Okay, now we need to go back up and start doing some deleting of some of these sections out of here. Like this section here, I've already taken the piece out of. And I'm pretty sure that our bridge always places on the left. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, it was too close. Gotta jump. There we go. And get it somewhere close to being aligned. It'll give us a link. There's a bridge piece. And then we take out that section. And we do the same again. Show me the link. Ah, come on that. I wish it would stay on the same setting. The old anywhere else but where you want to put it. There we go. And now we delete that bit. And we have to make sure we put it on old link. Show me the link. There we go. And it'd be nice except for this one little itty bitty gap it decided to put in. Please fix. And now we have to go back the other way because we have to build uphill now. Delete that piece and put it on old bridge work. And link to there, and we have to go up 2.5 now. And we have to spin these around 120, 180 I mean, so that they line up. Link it onto there. Delete that one. Put it on old, link to there. We had a link and then I lost it. There it is, link. And delete that section. And link. And we're left with a gap here at this end. And yes, on here there's nothing holding the actual rail to the tyres. They have missed the spikes. I don't know whether the modeler put them in and Kuimi's screwed it up when he's ported them into the game, or I'm stuck, or whether or not our modeler has missed them. Ah, actually got stuck in a locomotive there. Okay, up here to the next bridge. And yes, I don't think these bridges are going to look as good as these railed ones as if I had have put in the just normal ones like I normally do, because we wouldn't be getting any of those weird I don't think I'm actually going to put a bridge in along here. I normally put another one in, and I think I've gotten up closer to the edge this time. That's really good. And we'll get rid of this cheat climb up. Okay, maybe not. There's no one deleting it. We'll just keep spawning them until it lets us get in one. We got in. Yeah, that took a few locomotives to get unstuck. Fix the damn bugs, Creamy. Use this bit to get up. And now we'll delete it. Oh, so you're kidding me. Let's get off the actual track and let's go run on the ground. It's safer. Yeah, I don't think that looks quite as good having that bridge there. I may end up going and changing that. Okay, now this bit here is meant to be a bridge as well. That one. I may have to restart the game, I think. That could be why I'm falling through a lot. Okay, now we're going to go change that to down 2.5, or close enough to it. Turn that around. Just give me a link. If I can get a link, it'll connect. There we go. Close that section with a bridge. And do the same with this one. Ah, well, there's an issue. Look at that. That wasn't meant to happen. We have to put a piece of this back in here. And we need to go up 2.5. We'll go up 3 for the moment, so that we've got something to line it up on here. That alignment the same. Now we want to be on 2.5 up. I wonder if this is straight. Definitely not. It is a little curve. Come on, a line in there for me. There we go. Bridges, old. Spin it round so it'll align somewhere close. It'll let us have a link. That one doesn't actually look too bad. Alright, let's go find the next one, which should be this piece right here. That one and that one. Oh, look at that, and I got these ones right. Now we need to build down the hill first. Bridge old, connect on, run down to this end. Then we need to go down 2.5, spin the link around so it's somewhere close, and snap. Oh, that one's almost the perfect length. Okay, now we need to connect onto this end. Run back up to the other end. Spin this round 180. Get a link. There we go. Okay, now this one here should be a bridge as well. And if I got it right, they both meet up together. And this was all in the pre-planning of as I was building down with all the gravel. I pre-planned where I was going to place the bridges with the stone wall. And there we go. That one didn't go in too bad either. Only a couple of feet short. So there we have it, a parallel 2-track lane all the way down from the sawmill to the smelter. And it was a little bit more painful in places than what it needed to be. And here's somewhere where we haven't finished building. We need to come back to our embankments. And finish putting our embankment in down the middle here in this gravel section. Just sort of match the bag texturing so that it matches in with the line of where the rail goes. Because you can definitely see the pattern as you look down the texturing, and it shouldn't do that. Good texturing, you can't see that in the patterning. The texturing on this groundwork looks like it's something out of an old PlayStation 1. Maybe that's a little bit too harsh. A PlayStation 2. So this should be the last little piece here. There we go. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I've actually started the 2.5 from here, and then I've actually leveled it off back to a 1 from this point here to this point here. So there is like a little slight step at the top. But it's allowed me to keep the track a little bit closer to the actual terrain there. Was one hell of a jump. I normally put this bridge in here as a straight, and I decided to put it in as a curve this time, just to be different. Put the straight before it. A little bit of a curve. And this here's another spot that needs some more groundworks fix up. It should be -1 here. And I have sunk into the groundworks, but I'm going to put this piece in before I start spawning climaxes around everywhere. Give me a climax to climb into. Stuck in a climax. Okay, give me another climax. So we don't accidentally delete things we don't want to delete. Oh, I'm quite happy with how this is all coming together here. Oh, we'll run back down and we'll build in the... Oh, see you later, Dr. Bob. So I better check, see how long we've been on for. Because can't have the stream run too long. Okay, I've only got about another 18 minutes or so. So I'll run back down to the smelter and we'll get the stuff in around the cranes and I'm not sure what I'm going to do here at the cordwood yet. Whether or not I'll put a cheat track in or whether or not I'll put shunt yards back in, because you can bring a cheat track pretty easily now across from here and just have it come straight in like this into here without being too tight of a curve, because you can put the tracks crossing over each other without any kind of penalty. Okay, so we want new bridge work for this. And alignment should be on 90 for this building. And we'll just double check it. It is. Circle mode on. Incline none. And build it through to the end. Okay. I'll make a crane go. And I did put some stuff here with the save editor. Now we need to watch where it lands so that we've got a line up. And now we can use the piece that's on the other side of here to align it. Can we see it? There it is. Out there. And just to double check we got it, we'll drop another bit straight on top. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that spot on. Okay. The normal gravel. And where's the next piece? It's only very short. It's here, because these are long. So it lines up with that one. A bit there. Check this crane. It should land spot on as well. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay, where's this one line up to? About there. They're a bit harder to see these ones on the other side of the platform. Rails land in the right spot, and they do. Don't place that. We'll go for another bit. Which lines up with that one. So about there. Check the last one. I'm pretty happy with where that one lands as well. And I think I'm going to do this from now on so that I can get a good alignment for the... Just to actually put a piece of this down. So I can put that beside it, and it gives you a pretty good lineup for where your parallel track should sit. Just want to bypass lanes past here. That does dig a pretty good distance, but actually I think it might be a little bit too close. It might go a little bit further apart. So I'll try it again. So we'll just let me link, stand on top, it links easier. Put that bit on there. I might actually go all the way to side by side. What's unusual is forcing that to place at a different height. And it's got obviously got to do with the bridge places at a different height than what this does. And I'm stuck again. And it's ever so painful to try and turn these around to face the other way. It'll let me link it back to this end. Let's see what sort of nonsense it does. It actually did it. And look at that silliness. That's nonsensical. And I bet if you had the locomotive on that, it would actually follow it. Delete this off the end of here. What I wanted to do did not work. So we'll go back to doing it the normal way. And straight line mode. And I do still want to put a big Y that I normally put up into there. That's long enough to turn a whole train around. And a single passing lane here along the edge. I wonder if that was the case. Let's delete that. I just want to place a piece out here and run it up to it and see. And it is, it's that bridge that places slightly tall. How annoying is that? So yes, the next time I go and start building on a map, I will make sure that I put down a piece of normal gravel groundworks track before I start putting bridges beside or put the bridge beside to get the right spacing apart from the platform, and then put another piece of track not actually linked to it to get the right height until Koimi fixes his shit. Well, anyway, that's all for me for today. I have gotten down here, ready to start building on the yard at the smelter. And so yeah, next stream will be probably the iron mine and the smelter and the lines running to those, which they should go in pretty easy. They're not as hard as trying to put in that parallel lane down here to this smelter. That's actually quite a difficult feat to try and put a parallel lane down to here. Hey, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.